Want to make sure your 30s suck? Like, really suck? Not just broke, but burnt out, directionless, and haunted by every life choice at 2 a.m. while scrolling TikTok and eating cereal out of a mug. Perfect. Because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to regret your 30s like a pro. Step by step, zero resistance, full regret. Guaranteed emotional damage just the way society taught us. And the best part, you won't even notice it's happening until the damage is done. Until you look around at 38 and realize you've spent a decade doing what you were supposed to, but somehow ended up tired, trapped, and wondering where the hell your life went. Because that's the hidden truth no one tells you. Most people don't ruin their lives by making one giant mistake. They do it by sleepwalking through small ones on repeat. So if that's your goal, I've got the perfect blueprint. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Party like it's still 2014. You partied in your 20s, you survived. So why stop now? Weekday drinks? Let's go. Clubbing till 3 a.m.? Still got it. Hangovers? Just a vibe. Because YOLO, right? You're only 30 something once, and you definitely don't want to look back one day and think, damn, I should have blacked out more. Ignore the exhaustion, ignore your shrinking social battery, ignore your savings account, is probably fine. Because partying isn't a distraction, it's your entire personality now. Spend $300 on a bottle you'll forget drinking. Sleep 4 hours and brag about it like it's a flex. Call it networking to feel better about your choices. And when someone says, hey man, maybe slow down a bit, just say, life's too short to be boring. But here's the twist nobody tells you. Life feels short when you waste the long parts, when your nights are loud but your future's silent. And hey, when your body starts falling apart at 37, when your friend group shrinks to 2 people and a cat, when your liver files a formal complaint, at least you'll have the memories. Blurry ones, but still. Because nothing screams thriving adult life like burning all your energy trying to relive your 20s, while your future self watches quietly and packs an ice pack. Chapter 2. Never exercise, that's for old people. Fitness? Nah, that's for retirees and Instagram influencers. You're still young ish. Your body's resilient. You recover fast. Sort of. So skip the workouts, cancel the walks, avoid vegetables like they owe you money. Fuel your life with iced lattes, fried chicken, and leftover fries at 11 p.m. Meal prep? That's for gym rats. You? You run on vibes and vending machines. And if someone suggests going to the gym, laugh it off. Say you're too busy, blame work, blame the weather, blame Mercury retrograde. Because the real flex is surviving on 4 hours of sleep, 10,000 steps from TikTok scrolling, and a diet that's 80% sauce. Who needs stamina when you've got caffeine? Who needs core strength when you've got sarcasm? Just ignore the slow weight gain. Ignore the back pain that magically appears after sitting for too long. Ignore the fact that stairs now feel like cardio. Because building a healthy routine, that requires discipline, effort, and forward thinking. And that's a lot harder than just saying life's too short to eat salad. So treat your 30s like a cheat day that never ends. Ignore the warning signs, push your body to the limit by doing absolutely nothing. And when your energy crashes, your sleep sucks, and your body stops showing up for you, blame aging, blame genetics, blame capitalism, anything except your choices. Chapter 3. Chase status, not substance. You're in your 30s now. Time to impress people who don't care. So chase the titles. Manager, director, CEO of still figuring it out. Doesn't matter what you actually do, as long as it sounds cool on LinkedIn. Work 70 hours a week just to update your bio. Buy the car that screams I've made it, even if it's leased. Rent a condo with skyline views and zero peace of mind. Because it's not about what you need, It's about what people see. Join meetings just to talk smart, use words like synergy and vertical scaling. No one knows what it means, and that's the point. Feel empty inside? Shh, push it down. As long as your resume is growing, you must be too, right? And if someone seems happier earning less, with more time and less stress, convince yourself they're just lazy. Because deep down, the idea that someone might have peace while you have panic, that's unacceptable. So keep building your life around optics, curate the perfect Instagram grid, show your lifestyle, hide your loans, flex the wins, bury the burnout. Because chasing substance, that requires slowing down. It requires knowing who you are beneath the applause. And we don't have time for that. Better to stay on the treadmill, faster, louder, emptier. Until one day you wake up, successful on paper, hollow in real life. But hey, you've got the title. Chapter 4. Never learn how money works. Your 30s are for spending, not thinking. So go ahead, swipe that card, finance that lifestyle, upgrade your car, your phone, your wardrobe, because hey, you're an adult now, right? Avoid learning about investing, taxes, or financial planning at all costs. The word compound interest? Never heard of that. Emergency fund? Sounds like a vibe killer. Let future you deal with it, because nothing ruins a Friday night like a spreadsheet. Why build wealth when you can buy stuff? You worked hard. You deserve to reward yourself every weekend with stuff you can't afford. Budgeting? That's for broke people. Just keep working hard, living large, and ignoring the fact that your income isn't scaling, but your expenses are sprinting. And when the bills pile up, the credit card interest kicks in, the freedom you once flexed starts feeling like a trap. Don't reflect, don't ask questions. Just say, it is what it is, and buy something else to feel better. Because nothing says 30s well spent like financial stress in high definition, with noise cancelling headphones to drown out the regret. Chapter 5. Ignore every red flag in your relationships. You're 30 now, the pressure's on. So when it comes to love, don't wait for alignment. Just settle. Red flags, call them challenges. Emotional immaturity, just say they're growing. Zero financial literacy, cute. You'll handle the money, right? Ignore your gut, ignore your friends. They just don't see what you see, which is trauma bonding, but make it romantic. Move in fast, get engaged quicker, because being single at 30, apparently a bigger tragedy than being stuck in a soul draining situationship. And if they mock your goals, gaslight your feelings, or treat your career like a side quest, it's fine. At least you're not lonely, right? Repeat after me. I can fix them. A classic line right before your confidence erodes, your energy vanishes, and your savings quietly disappear. But hey, love is sacrifice, right? Especially if you're the only one sacrificing. And if things finally explode, just hop on to the next one, swipe, match, trauma loop, repeat. No reflection, no pause, no healing. Because asking why you keep choosing pain, that would lead to growth. And we're not here for that. We're here to regret our 30s like a pro. So tie your self worth to unstable people. Ignore your boundaries, label chaos as passion, and ride that emotional roller coaster until your 40s feel like therapy. Because they'll have to be. Final truth. You don't just regret your 30s at 30, you regret them at 45. Now, obviously, I'm kidding. Kind of. This isn't a guide on how to ruin your life. It's a mirror. A sarcastic one, but still a mirror. Because let's be real, most of these chapters, they aren't just jokes. They're patterns. Patterns people are living right now, every day. Not because they want to fail, but because it's easier to drift than to decide. Easier to cope than to confront. And that's how you lose your 30s. Not in one big mistake, but in 1,000 little blind spots. So if any of these felt a little too real, that's not shame. It's awareness knocking. And if you're done winging it, If you're tired of guessing your way through money, there's a better way. Take the free money mirror quiz. It shows you your real financial personality, the habits, beliefs, and blind spots keeping you stuck. Because you don't need another hustle tip, you need a better mirror. Link in the description, and hit subscribe if you want more no fluff, emotionally intelligent truth about money and self growth. I'll see you in the next one.